Hello,
Merry
everybody.
Christmas.
Welcome back to our game. All right.
Can't make me
Next.
spit my drink out, man.
Now, the next two competitions, Desmond's letting you know, are going to be the snowman building competition and the competition sleigh ride. Yeah. And we were gonna do the snowman, but I kind of want to start with the sleigh ride instead.
Okay.
You guys are all right with that?
I think so.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, so we're gonna go sleigh ride. We're gonna bring us to a new map.
Oh,
We're
we need
keeping-
a quick spelling on sleigh, actually.
SLEIGH.
Okay, all right. So
Fingers crossed.
it's not a death race like.
No, no, it's not that sort of sleigh ride.
Just take a ride through the forest to kill everything that lives.
Mm-hmm.
What a happy tradition.
All right, so we're going to design our sleigh riding track here
Ooh.
in Shenanigans. It's gonna start a little bit like you're gonna go through here, and then you're gonna have the moguls, and then it's gonna curve, and then we've got the steep hill, which you're gonna have to slide down, and then it's gonna curve, and then we're gonna go through the line of people pelting you with snowballs.
Oh my.
Yeah. Can you guys draw some people in like this section between those two circles? That'd be great if you could do that. And then let's see. We need a third component. We've got moguls.
Any
attack.
rules?
We need
Besides,
how do you
much
spell
happening.
mogul? As in like snow mogul, not real estate mogul.
I don't think I know what a snow mogul is.
It's like the bumps that you do when you ski or snowboard.
Oh. I am not a skier or snowboarder.
How do you spell mogul? Mogul. Okay. Moguls. And then we're gonna have hill. And then we're gonna have gauntlet. And the last section of our ride, we're gonna need a fourth. What's a good last segment of a sleigh ride?
Mecha reindeers.
Bullets.
It's gotta be like it goes right through the middle of a forest and like you have to dodge all the trees. It's like
Ooh.
a downhill skiing game on like Windows 95.
Oh, okay. But I feel like that would go. That's part of the hill section. Okay, so we'll
Is
do
it?
hill with
Okay.
trees. Yeah, that's definitely the way it goes. Hill with trees.
River.
Oh,
to
you gotta
jump
skate
over a
across the
river.
frozen river.
Great idea.
Oh, that's gonna be wonderful. Don't fall in. Instant death.
I tried to make a ponytail. This is a very interesting.
I thought that was like a dead person.
I have no idea. It's Onion Man, I guess.
Okay, and then we'll do
Got brain by a snowball.
the frozen river section. Okay. Now for this competition, our teams are going to be doing something different. One team member is going to build the sleigh. The other team member is going to ride the sleigh. So you got to designate a builder and a rider from your team, and only one person can do one job.
That's like my calling in life, man. I ride.
Well, I suppose, but the thing is, I might
What?
be more suitable.
I think I know what
To
Johnny
ride.
Vegas rides.
Is it a downhill run or is it a like?
Oh yeah, the whole thing is on an incline, so you just have to sit and steer, you know, like Cool Runnings.
Johnny, I might be the better one to ride the sleigh, simply because there will be obstacles. And I might be best
You
dealing
don't think
with.
Johnny can knock down a few obstacles? I mean, look at my pecs and my biceps. Anyway, all right, sure, I'll build it for you.
Okay, so... Ooh, oops. So
Any rules, Neal, for the race?
Hold on, let me just make some notes here.
Because I don't want to get fireball.
Your sleigh will have at least 2 primary components. That's going to be the body and the runners on it. There is also room for a 3rd component. So each of your sleighs will have 3 components: body, runners, and something else that you are adding to it that is your added flavor and style.
Secret weapon.
Yeah, it can be whatever you
direct
want.
one.
In fact, you can have up to 2 secret styles that we add on. I think that's how we want to do it. 2 secret styles.
All right, yeah.
So, last time we started with Team Pretty Mamas. This time we're going to start with Team Unblinking Justice. Who is going to be your driver and who's going to be your builder? Zen, how do you feel about this?
8 HP, Zach.
Yeah, you want me to be the driver so I can, like, cast spells at them?
Cathelm says he is happy to provide either option. He does not believe spells are in the spirit of the game.
Oh.
He's already been told off by a stare, so
Using divine intervention to win a friendly competition? That is not in the spirit of law and order.
That whole thing is not in the spirit of law and order.
All right, so it sounds like Zen is going to drive and Cathlum's going to build.
Sure.
All right, Cathlum,
Slip
tell
right
me
up, dog.
about how are you making the body and the runners of this sleigh? Go.
So Cathelm will take inspiration from his planned mecha chicken army to build for a stair that has been slowly in progress of trying to get funds because he's poor as hell. So he will kind of make the body to look sort of like the mecha chickens he's witnessed before. The runners, he will try to scavenge branches that may be left over from the fort building, as well as anything else. Those are what he's thinking for the runners. Maybe he will find some sort of animal. Seeing as he's got animal training and handling, he might try and capture an animal to be used as kind of that extra influence on the sled.
Oh my.
So maybe some chickens.
I like it. Very Christmassy animal. Okay.
Or turkey.
Right, so you've got the body and the runners and style 1. Do you have a second style you want to add on here? Or do you want to roll for these other creations first?
I would like to roll for the other creations
Okay.
first.
So, body. What are you going to roll to make the body?
For the body, I believe it's either maybe intelligence.
Sell me on intelligence. How is intelligence going to help you build a body?
Intelligence will be looking back on the mecha chickens he's encountered, both the massive one, which was made by the local gnome smith, and also the ones he's fought on.
No, I got it. Yeah. You can definitely recycle. Are you actually going to recycle a mecha chicken for the body?
Well, I doubt I could get my hands on one of those. Plus, they were really small, other than the massive one made by the gnome tinkerer. So I believe it's just going to be like a snow one, maybe with some like thin branches, just to kind of give that extra stability.
Okay. Give me an intelligence check.
Oh, thank God.
22. All right. And for the runners, you're making them out of branches, spare branches, right?
Yes.
What is that check going to be?
I believe because of the structure, it's probably going to be maybe perception, trying to find the right places where I've like worked snow and branches together to like get them to connect in and lock in properly in the already made body structure.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
So what's the check?
Perception.
Okay.
Like to kind of look for these points and
All right. Give me a perception check here.
no.
Oh, you attach it very poorly. Wonderful. And the next style you were going to add was chickens?
Chickens or other feathered creatures.
So are you actually like putting the chickens, like embedding them in the sleigh? So it's
No,
just like
they-
stuck chickens looking out, or are they like
No.
dead chickens, or what?
They are living companions to the sleigh, feathered creatures.
To be thrown in emergencies.
No, they're like you could use their wings to help steer a bit better because they're.
To be thrown in emergencies.
Okay. For your chickens, give me a charisma check. I want to call for that for your chickens. Because I think
Okay.
it's definitely charisma based to get your chickens to work. Oh, very good run. All right, and your last, your fourth point of style, or your second style, but your fourth check is going to be what? What else are you going to do to this sleigh?
I will add the tower shield as a bumper guard.
Ooh, okay. And for your tower shield, anyone have a good idea for what sort of check you could add for that?
You would need to somehow fasten it without destroying the shield. And fasten it in a way it won't, like, block your path. Like,
Give
stop
me-
the sleigh.
Give me a wisdom check or willpower check for that. That definitely seems like knowing the right way to attach it. 28, wonderful. All right, we're gonna move on to Team Pretty Mamas.
All right.
Who's your builder?
Oh, man, it's me, baby.
All right, Johnny Vegas, build me a sleigh. What's your body?
All right, so the body needs to be functional, but like lightweight. We need to be able to like hold him, but we got to be able to like get off to a fast start.
It will be Johnny Vegas himself.
No. That gives me an idea, though. So what we're gonna do is we are going to use the like biggest pot we can find in Shenanigans, because it's gonna hold Guathier in it, but it's not gonna be as heavy as like making a tree or something.
Right.
We're gonna start with this, and then using my mighty fists of fury, I'm gonna like bust this pot like ovoid, right? So instead of just being a big old cauldron, we're gonna make it like sleigh looking. It's gonna be very ovoid, so that we can then attach runners to it.
Wonderful. And while we're doing this, would Catham please draw your sleigh as best as you can somewhere over here, if you don't mind. And then Johnny Vegas, you can draw your sleigh as best as you can over here, and Borscht will draw his sleigh over here. Wait, you know, in the meantime, yeah.
Okay, so we have a pot, and it's gonna just get like smacked a bunch, like just like full Johnny punching fest. And we're gonna make that into a nice little ovoid. And then we need runners. And Johnny is not really sure what runners are.
There's the bottom of the sleigh that the sleigh sits on.
He thinks he needs things that run.
Oh God. Okay, so Johnny doesn't know. It wasn't Greg being subtle that he doesn't know what runners are. Okay.
So Johnny is going to once again call upon the woodland creatures, and tie them to the underneath of the pot so that they can run along.
Okay, give me a solo Disney princess check.
Disney princess check.
Yeah. Sing for us, Johnny. Oh.
Be my runners, you beautiful animals.
Wonderful. Did we get a check for the body? For the big pot?
So they're underneath the big pot, and like I borrow rope from Shenanigans, and I just like tie them onto the pot. So there's like a whole bunch of like ropes going across the edge of it. So it's very hard for Guathier to sit in.
Wonderful. And what sort of check do you use to affix the woodland animals? It wasn't chickens, right?
Woodland animals, Disney Princess woodland animals.
Sure.
In fact, some of them might fly. I don't know.
Give me a check to affix your woodland animals to your pot.
Okay.
Greg, what are you doing? These animals.
So I just borrow rope that we know is like near.
It's
infinite
around. Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
This
These
seems like a
animals
dexterity
do
base.
not know what they are getting into.
All right, give me a dex check, Johnny. Oh, it is. As Kathleen discovered, it can be difficult to affix runners to your sleigh.
Especially if those runners are actual runners.
Yeah.
Literal
And
runners.
style point 1, Johnny Vegas.
So style point 1, I collect a bunch of like long metal slats. Maybe I just get a bunch of swords from like Desmond or something. I find something long and metal, and I paint them in like pretty colors, but with the motif of beautiful women, of course, because Johnny Vegas must have that somewhere on his slate. And he attaches it to the back here, and like with like a piece of twine ties them together, and as a defensive feature you can slash the twine and they splay out like a peacock fan block incoming fireballs.
Oh,
Wow.
So we have like peacock plates. That was a very big peacock plate. And then like little animals that like run underneath.
maybe draw them as sticks.
All right, give me a wisdom check, willpower check for fixing your peacock plated armor.
This is gonna be the best check I've ever made. Oh, we peacock like a champ.
What happened to the map? Oh, right. You are peacocking hard. Okay, there we go. Wonderful. And style point number 2.
The style point number 2 is I feel like we need a way to steer. So I find like lots of like long icicles. Like I go to the roof of Shenanigans and I take all the icicles down. And I give them to Guathier so he can like push or like shove the thing in directions as needed, or throw them at people. They're multi-purpose steering and weaponry.
All right, I need a collection check to get the best icicles. That's either going to be intelligence for knowing which one's the best, or something for breaking them off. You already made a dex check, right?
I made a dex check and a wisdom check, so I guess int is probably
Do you
the
have
next best.
any skills that could be used in icicle collection?
I mean, I have, okay, my skills are dancing, swimming, singing, and cooking.
All right, you don't have any skills. Give me a dex check, Johnny Vegas.
All right. No.
Neal,
No, very bad at that.
while the sled is being built, can I actually just go buy some gloves?
Yes, you can buy gloves.
Okay.
All right, Layla is going to build the sleigh for the Stinky Butts. And she is going with classic sleigh design. She's going to lay out some planks and just get like a nice flat, solid wooden platform for Borsh's big ass to sit on because, let's face it, he might break it. So she's going to use a construction skill, which I think is going to be a strength skill for her. And sure, her strength is not that great. You know, she's a teenager. So she's probably got like 7 strength. Oh my god, Layla, you're so good.
Wow.
Yeah. Then she's gonna make the runners out of Desmond's swords. She's gonna go to her dad's house and pilfer a bunch of his weapons, undo them, like take off the hilts so it's just the blades, and affix the blades to the runners. I think this is gonna be a some sort of stealth or deception check to sneak these magical swords away from her dad when he's not looking.
Yeah, do you want to roll for random magic weapons to see if any of those swords go up into flames?
Don't say that, because one of them will be a Vorpal and someone will get decapitated.
No, it wouldn't attacking us with the swords. It would just be destroying the ground.
So I think she's going to use an invisibility spell to get these things out, and then, you know, invisibly affix them to things. So we're gonna do an int check for her, to make sure she, you know, does all of this properly without alerting attention. I don't know what her int is, but it's probably like 16 because she is Desmond's child after all. Desmond and
I feel like
Lizzie's
she probably
child.
has proficiency in stealing things from dad.
That's true. She might have a stealing from dad proficiency. I think that's going to be about the same thing. It's going to be 1d20 plus 16.
Honestly,
Yeah.
at this point, with how much she's
Shit.
with how much she steals, she's probably actually just a multi-class thief wizard.
Wizard.
She might just be the arcane rogue.
Have nothing left.
She might just be the trickster rogue coming in, sneaking in from 5e.
All right, for points of style, Layla is going to take some of her mother's spears and strap them to the sides of the sleigh, both going forward and backwards. In case anyone tries to run into the sleigh, they're gonna get fucking stabbed. So we'll get 2 on the outsides and 1 in the middle, both going forward and back.
Why
As,
not also just
murderous
in a
weapons.
circle around this?
Well, because you want to be able to pass through thin areas, right? You don't want going sideways because you couldn't move between trees. You need like sleek form. And this is definitely the pantomiming for sleek form. So Layla will grab spears and she'll just make a rope use proficiency check, which she doesn't have, so it's going to be unproficient. So what did we say her dex was? Like 12 or 11? So 1d20 plus 6 plus 1. 1d20 plus 6 plus 1. 10. Oh. The spears don't stick on very well, but she's a mage. She doesn't really know anything about weapons. And for the last bit of style, Layla is going to cheat. She's just going to give her dad big, sad eyes. Which is a charisma check at advantage for her.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Fucking cheater. 24. Okay.
Zen's just doing the same thing in the background.
Big, sad Zen eyes, but they don't blink.
And they're probably also a bit bloodshot because of him being drunk and just staring all the time.
No, Zen is constantly drinking. He's almost never drunk. It's specifically part of his character that he basically can't get drunk.
I'm using alcohol as your eye drops.
Okay.
God.
That's a bad idea. Please don't do that, kids. So we're going to go through and score our sleighs here. 18 plus 31 plus 26 plus 12. So, Team Pretty Mamas. Are you ready for your sleigh score?
I await with bated breath.
You guys get a 21.75.
It's functional.
It's functional.
It's functional and has
Bad.
peacock feathers. What more do you want?
Yeah, it'll run at least. Team Unblinking Justice. Your sleigh is a little bit better. It's a 23.5 sleigh. Yeah. Finally, Desmond goes to score his daughter's work.
Yep.
And already the crowd is expecting there to be a little bit of corruption in this scoring. Desmond takes a look at it.
Wait, are those my swords?
Let's give Desmond a constitution check to see if he's drunk and recognizes whether these are his swords or not. He is not drunk enough to recognize whether these are his swords or not. Of course, Desmond has 18 con. So he recognizes them and wags his finger and says, Sweetie, I was going to give you another chance to fix those spears because that's shoddy craftsmanship, but if you stole my swords, you're going to have to take the score you get. And they end up with a flat 23.
Yeah.
All right. The next part of our race here is going to be the actual race itself. All three teams are going to start at the same time, side by side, and we're going to make checks for each obstacle. And the winner, whoever gets first will move to the front, and whoever gets last goes to the back. And then the next check, if you beat you beat someone, you move up a slot.
So the question is, what are the rules?
The rules are don't kill anyone or hurt anyone, all right? This is a friendly competition. It's a holiday thing, all right? We're not throwing fireballs at each other. Don't hurt anyone.
Yes, you can throw fireballs at the people who throw snowballs at you when they're on the sidelines, but not at the players.
Okay. So our basic thing, if you just want to like, I'm just going to use skill to steer and do my best to overcome all of these objectives, it's going to be a flat dex check. If you have something else you want to do that you think might give you an edge, you can sell me on it and then roll it. But I might give you bonuses or penalties on a whim and on a lark because, you know, it's shenanigans. So we're going to start off with our 3 people. And we're going to need some sort of icons to represent each one of you. So Team Pretty Mama. I'm going to see if I can find you a Pretty Mama token.
Perfect.
Oh, I think there are some Pretty Mama tokens in Roll20. Here we go. You are the Party Girl.
Yeah.
All right. And Team Unblinking Justice.
Just have an eyeball.
Just
Oh, I was gonna do like a scale, but we can do an eyeball instead.
an eyeball. Not even an eye. Just an eyeball.
God. Oh God!
Oh no!
And for Team Pork Chop,
Horrifying.
yes, it is.
It's Zen. That is Zen.
Team Pork Chop will be represented by this entire roasted pig.
I thought they were Team Stinky Butts.
Oh, you're right. Their Team Stinky. No, their mascot is a pork chop. Oh, we're gonna use our mascots here. Okay, so this is gonna be our buff elven woman. This we'll get a basilisk for this other one.
Oh God! Quick, look away.
So, no, basically the same. Just
Oh, we should capture the basilisk to use as the sleigh.
oh wait, maybe look for basilisk eye. An actual basilisk.
This is a little bit smaller. Okay. So we're gonna just have the further to the right you are, the further ahead you are. So, you know, this orientation would be. No, you know what? We'll do order on the track. Yeah, we'll do
Okay.
order on the track. That'll be
Okay.
our way.
You can do it, Guathier. Oh, we're Team Pretty Mamas. Hoo-ha!
Okay. Let me just move all of this to the map so I don't ever accidentally ruin it. There we go. And this can all go to the map. I love the sleighs you guys have built. They are beautiful. They're beautiful. Okay.
I shouldn't have used brown.
It's fine. Do we have any sleigh ride music?
Ooh, the car chase.
Race music.
Oh yeah. Where's our car chase music? Good call.
I didn't think about that at first. That's good.
Where's our? I mean, our car chase is gonna have gunfire in it and everything, but it's perfect.
That's fair. Yeah.
There's the snowball gauntlet section, so.
They've iced up their snowballs ready for the assault.
Honestly, I think we just need deja vu.
All right, chat. Let me know if this music is too quiet or too loud for you. All right, players. Who are our racers? We've got Guathier racing against Zen, racing against Borscht. Are the drivers ready?
Yep.
All right, let's do this. The moguls are the first competition. You guys are all racing down the slope together. The bumps are coming up. Zen, what check are you making?
You know, I think I'm just making a straight dex check.
You're gonna make a straight dex check? Okay. What about Guathier? What check are you making?
Straight decks.
Straight dex, okay. Borscht is going to try and knock someone's sleigh over. So he's gonna reach out a hand and make an attack roll against one of you to see if he can get himself a little bit of an advantage here. So he's going to try and knock Zen out of the way. So Zen, give me a dex check. Guathier, give me a dex check. Borscht is gonna make an attack roll against Zen. 1d20 plus. I don't know what his attack roll for this is gonna be, but he's Borscht, so it's probably pretty good. So he will make an attack at Zen with a natural 20. Oh shit! Zen, you got to give me an opposed strength check against Borscht to see if you can,
sure.
if he can shake you or not.
Sure.
Oh, he botches his strength check. So, Guathir pulls ahead, navigating beautifully like an elf might. Borscht tries to knock Zen's thing over, gets a grip on the runners. What are your runners made out of, Zen?
Remember, they're just made of like sticks, so he just grabs a stick straight off and probably like
He-
yanks it back and knocks himself off his own
He
sleigh.
just breaks off one of your sticks because remember, they were attached with a 13. They don't really hold on very well, so Borscht grabs it and it falls apart. He loses his balance, and we have Guathir in the lead. That is Team Pretty Mamas.
Yeah.
Followed by Team Unblinking Justice. Followed by Borscht. I'm sorry, Team Stinky Butts. All right. The race continues. Coming to the next challenge. It is the slope straight down, going really fast with a lot of trees that you're gonna have to dodge. Everyone's going to have to make a dex check not to run into the trees. That's a flat 20. You need a 21 or higher to pass. And then on top of that, you can make any check you want to try and get ahead. So, who's in the front here? Pretty Mamas, you're in the front. Give me a dex check, just to stay stable.
All right. Just dex check.
Yeah. Flying colors, you're fine. Next up is Zen. Give me a dex check to stay stable. Oh, beautiful. And then Borscht is gonna make a dex check to stay stable. All right, none of you guys are gonna hit the trees. You move through them with ease. Now, Pretty Mamas, you're in the front. There's nothing you can do to keep your lead. It's up to the people behind you to do something to get ahead. So Zen, what are you gonna try and do to get ahead?
Can I cast a spell here or no?
Totally. What are you gonna
Totally?
cast? Yeah.
You know, Borscht played dirty. I'm gonna play dirty too. I'm casting slow on him.
All right, Borscht is going to make a saving throw versus spell, and I think that's a failure. I don't think he passes. Warrior, he would need to be level 21 or higher. No, he would need to be like level 19. No, he can't. 17 plus is a 6. He can't win this no matter what. Borscht is slowed, which is going to give him disadvantage on everything he does from here on out.
Neal.
Guathir.
So he will not overtake me with this, right?
Well, he's definitely going to slow Borscht down. I don't think he's going to overtake you. No.
Yeah. All right, no then.
Was there something that you wanted to do?
Yeah, I wanted to quickly look back, see who is basically in the lead next to me, and just throw a darkness spell behind me.
Well, everyone's going to pop through that darkness spell really quickly, but it might provoke a dex check from everyone else. So, Zen, give me a dex check. Give me a dex check, and Borscht will make another dex check at disadvantage.
This is basically Mario Kart now.
Yeah, you're gonna
Beware the blue shell.
Oh!
Does the tower shield assist with any impacts?
Yes, that's right. You got a defensive tower shield on here. I need you to make me a saving throw based on your tower shield, which is going to be metal versus crushing blow to see if the shield can absorb the impact of the tree or if it's going to knock you way off course. That's a d20. You want to roll a 7 or higher.
Rip tower shield.
Is it you rolling, Zen?
Go for it, Zen.
Oh, D20.
D20, 7 or higher. You can do it. Natural 20. You guys hit the tree, but the tower shield does its job perfectly. You glance off the tree and keep going down the road. Borscht is going to make his dex check at disadvantage. 2d20, KL1 plus 12. Borscht is fine. Even though he's dark and slowed, he managed to avoid all the trees.
Yeah, because everybody forgot, in slow motion, you just barely miss any obstacle.
Yeah, in fact, going slower actually helps him avoid these things. It's bullet time for Borscht. And to get ahead, Borscht is going to... he's going to take one of these shoddily attached spears, and he's going to try and throw it at... Who is this? Team Pretty Mama. He's gonna try and spear one of the animals on that's one of your legs.
Woodland creatures.
He's gonna try and spear one of the woodland creatures with another attack roll. What did he make to hit last time?
The
D20.
creature probably has cover in the
He probably does have cover. He rolled like a D20 plus 16 to hit, or what is his attack roll?
I think he rolled +8 to hit.
+8 to hit? Okay. That's probably a little low, but whatever.
Yep, +8.
1d20 plus 8, but he's got disadvantage. No, slow is a -4 to hit.
Slows a -4.
I don't
Okay.
remember. We can look it up.
18. That will definitely hit a woodland creature.
Will it hit a
But
woodland
it's only a
creature?
small
What
creature.
if we unleash the peacock fan?
I don't know, you're not driving it. You're the builder.
Man,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And it only
excited. I was into the race, man.
I know,
jumped
I
the
know.
gun.
Actually, +2 for back attack, then maybe -2 for cover of some sort. So we'll say it's just a flat 18. Borsch is going to roll some damage with the spear, 2d4 plus his massive orcish strength. Oh, that's definitely going to kill some woodland creature.
one.
One woodland creature goes down. Team in front, I need you to make me a driving check, which is in this case is a dex check, to stay stable now that you've lost one of your runners. Oh, all right. No one changes. The positions stay the same as you guys race through the trees as quickly as possible. Coming up to the next section is the gauntlet. Here we have the entire town gathered around to pelt you guys with snowballs, but some kids are playing dirty. They put rocks in there covered with snow. Yeah.
Neal,
Dirty, rotten scoundrels.
Yeah.
display self.
Wathier casts Displace Self on himself. All right.
As they're about to go through there, can I whistle? Because I want my chickens to fly.
You're not driving. You're the builder. You
But
can't.
then I have got animal training and handling. Can I whistle loud enough, hopefully, to make the chickens start flying?
Give me an animal training check to see if you can release the birds, the fowls.
Animal training is just flat 0 on wisdom. And I've got animal handling, so I believe it's just flat wisdom. I don't know if there's any bonuses, so
Nope.
we'll
Just go for it. Ooh! Some of the chickens begin to flutter around. So the children are going to try and pelt the shit out of Gwathier with snowballs, but he's displaced, which gives them a -2 to hit, I believe.
The first one automatically misses, and the rest gets -2.
Okay.
So they need a natural 20 to hit me.
You don't know what their attack bonus is?
Oh, okay.
They're hitting the sleigh as well.
Children are very proficient in snowball fights.
Yeah, and we're averaging a whole bunch of children, so we're gonna get a pretty good attack bonus in
and
here.
you know, can I also,
Especially
like,
this one. Like, I don't know what's going on with this dude right here. Oh, I can't ping. I don't know what's going on with this dude right here, but he seems especially proficient in snowballs.
oh, I'm not
He was, his mother was a snowball. Like,
I can only do one thing right now.
One thing, right, and you're doing Display Self?
Yeah.
All right, so they are going to pelt you. I'm going to give them 3 attack rolls each at +5 to hit. But they have -2. Well, the first one's going to miss, and the other two are going to be at -2 for you, Gwathier. So first one doesn't matter. The next one's going to be 1d20 +3. Oh, and the second one is a 17. So Gwathier, you definitely get hit hard with one
Once.
rock ball.
Do you get crit?
Is that clear by 5?
Yeah.
What's your AC?
18.
Oh. Okay, so that's going to be worth 2 hits in this situation.
Oh,
I need you to
damn.
make me your dex check at -2 as you go through the gauntlet.
All right. Come on.
Ooh! You definitely get knocked to the side and slide out of your sled. You can hop back in and try and keep going. Next person to come through here is Zen. What are you going to do to avoid the gauntlet?
So this is snow on the ground, and I know the river's icy, so I've only got this opportunity to do this. Apart from the dex check, I'm gonna make a swimming proficiency to just try to swim.
Just gonna swim through the snow?
Yeah, with the sled under me.
All right, give me a swimming check. Oh, it doesn't work
not
at
working.
all. They're gonna get all 3 shots at you.
I'm doing the breaststroke. It's not working.
All right, first one is a hit. Second one is probably a miss. I don't know what your AC is. Oh, what's your AC, Zen?
The first one's a crit.
Does the second one hit you at all?
No.
Okay, give me your dex check at -2. You gotta beat an 18. You and Guathir both roll the same thing and get knocked off. It's time for Borscht to come through. And Borscht is going to deploy his greatest weapon. He turns around on the sleigh, pulls up his loincloth, and moons all of the children. We're gonna give him a charisma check to blind the children.
That disadvantage because he's very slow to move.
One, yeah, it's the slow moon.
Do they get like?
Advantage.
If they actually throw at him, do they get a chance to just throw a snowball right on his ass?
Now they have a target.
All right, we're gonna give him. I'm gonna say for mooning purposes, his charisma's like 15, but he
Fair.
is slowed,
Fair.
so he gets at disadvantage.
God damn it, the color spray the children.
Ooh, it's too slow. He doesn't get the butt flap up in time. The children pelt the shit out of Borscht. 13, 19, 21.
-4 to AC.
Oh my god. Okay, so
That's
Borscht
super.
he's not really wearing anything right now, so he's got like 6 AC. So
You might say
13's a
he's-
hit, 19's a crit, 21's a crit, so that is -5 to his dex check that's already
Wait
at
a minute, 19
disadvantage.
is not a crit. Oh,
It
wait.
clears by
No,
10.
oh yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Wow. Poor Borscht.
So that is going to be our 2d20 KL1 -5 plus his
Ugh.
dex, which is 12. This is not looking good for Borscht.
It's
16. Oh my god.
Basically, everybody's thrown off. Everybody
Yeah.
gets
The gauntlet knocks everybody to the side.
I think by the time, like, Guathir and Zen get back on the track, Guathir's just barely ahead.
I think
Like,
you guys both failed and tied your fails. So I want you guys to make me an initiative roll to see who gets on their sleigh first, which will see who gets in front first.
just D10.
D10 plus 3, plus any initiative modifier bonuses you can think. I don't think anyone has any though.
dagger.
I pull out also a dagger.
All right, both of you roll a D10. Whoever rolls lower is in front. Oh shit! Oh, all right, Guathir.
Hoo-ha! Yeah.
Guathir keeps the lead against all odds, and the race continues. We come to the last leg of the race, which is the icy river finish. Now, this area is particularly hard to steer on. I don't know. What are your runners for Team Pretty Mamas?
A bunch of animals with claws, like
Woodland creatures running on ice. Awesome. And for Team Unblinking Justice, what are your runners made out of?
Sticks.
Awesome.
I'm probably attached, so a tower shield probably.
Yeah, I think the sticks are probably falling off. You did roll a 13 on fixing them. And for Team Stinky Butts, they have swords for runners, which is perfect for the ice.
Is it though?
Oh yeah,
God, that
that's the
cuts straight
closest.
through it, Neal.
That's the
But the
closest
Vorpal
thing
swords,
to
They're
real
magical
sling.
swords, though. They might be Vorpal swords.
Yeah, they're magic. Like they just cut through.
I think the tower shield's the best runner here.
All right. So I think the woodland creatures definitely have disadvantage on their running on ice. I think
right,
the poorly attached sticks definitely have disadvantage for running on ice. I think the swords are at advantage, but then at disadvantage for being slowed. And furthermore, is there anything else you guys can think of to add to your rolls? Starting with Team Pretty Mama, because
add
you're in the
to
lead.
roll.
Yeah, what else can you do? What are you going to do on the river section?
Nothing against the opponents, or will
Whatever.
we do that?
You can either try and give yourself some sort of bonus to staying in lead, or you can try and screw over the people behind you.
I turn around, just look at Zen, give him a smile, and I cast Reduce on his sled.
Oh shit! You're gonna try and
cast
cast Reduce on the sled.
And I cast it 2 levels higher, so it will reduce by 60%.
Hold on.
Oh shit.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I don't think you can cast.
Yes, you can.
large
Object.
objects, can you?
Yeah.
Enlarge
Instant growth of the creature object.
one creature or object. Range is 5 yards per level, so it's definitely in range.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so what is the... I'm just gonna have Zen make the saving throw versus spell. So Zen, give me a saving throw versus spell, buddy.
Hold on. I lost roll 20. Oh god.
Oh, damn.
Was that a pass?
Probably.
For my wizard? Yes, I believe
Yes.
so. But I will
All
check.
right. You dodge the incoming reduce spell.
Yeah.
Zen, what are you gonna do to get ahead or screw someone over behind you?
All right. Well, this is the final thing. So, the only thing I think there's really left to do is at least try to make him finish with style. So I'm gonna cast glitter dust on him.
Ooh, on Zen?
No,
On Guathier?
on Wathier.
You're gonna try and blind him. Oh no! All right, Guathier, give me a saving throw versus spell.
Yeah. Glitter dust. Come on.
Is that a pass?
Yeah.
All right, the reduce spell misses. The glitter dust misses. Slow motion Borscht.
I love
Thanks, both of them.
Borscht has been in slow motion.
He's just gonna circle up and get really small and just try and power through everything. He's just gonna go for... He's gonna make a dex check, and if he passes it, he'll reduce the disadvantage of his previous dex check. So 1d20, nope, sorry. 2d20, KL1 plus 12. Nope, it's not gonna work. So Borscht gets a dex check, and the two of you get dex checks at disadvantage to see who pulls ahead. Go for it, everybody. Borscht gets a 23. Guathier gets a 29. Zen gets a 35. Ooh, actually, Guathier, that should have been a 28. You kept the higher instead of lower, but it doesn't matter. Zen
sorry.
pulls ahead, and the team races through the finish line like this, with Team Unblinking Justice in first, Team Pretty Mamas in second, and Team Stinky Butts in third. You guys make it to the end of the finish line, where there's Lizzie in like a red and white furry bikini with like a checkered flag, waving it back and forth. I mean, it's like a spear with a flag on the end of it.
does she look, Neal?
Oh, she's having a great time.
Oh.
You notice there's like a giant flask attached to her bikini hip that she has been drinking from all day.
That's a powerful bikini if it can hold up a flask.
I mean, it's like actually like metal chains like strapped around her, covered in fur.
Oh,
She's a
that's
badass
gonna be-
ranger.
That's got to be so cold.
Alcohol blanket. She's fine. She's fine.
Oh.
All right. That is
I've tried wearing chainmail in the winter. It doesn't feel
It's
good.
cold. Yeah, it's fucking cold. That is it for the sleigh ride section of our competition today. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to do our snowman building competition. You guys start thinking about the sorts of snowmen or snow creatures you want to build and how you're going to get yourself ahead here. See you guys on the other side of our break. Bye.